Thank you for joining me on my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Haley with Girls Just Know. Alright, so today's video is going to be all about how to get over a breakup, how to get over your ex, how to get that person completely out of your mind and get over them as quickly as possible. So here are a few tips. Obviously, I'm just going to say I'm not an expert, but I have gone through a few breakups, and these are my tips that I use for myself to get over it so much faster. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first piece of advice that I'm going to give you is write yourself a breakup letter. This is a letter to future you to remind you of why you actually broke up with this person in the first place. Whether you broke up with them or they broke up with you, it's a great reminder when you get those graduation eyes. You know when you look back at a relationship and you're like, oh, it wasn't so bad, why did we break up? This is for that reason. Write a letter to yourself, literally, to Haley. Do not get back together with guy that you hate. Dear Haley, do not get back together with John. He wasn't nice to you. He didn't treat you well. He flirted with other girls in front of you. You felt really small. Or he drank too much. He did drugs. No, he cheated on you. Or it could be about yourself. You weren't a very good person when you were with him. You were annoyed with him. You didn't treat him well. You know, it can be anything. So write yourself that letter, seal it up, put their name on it, put it in the back of your closet, and whenever you're having a glass of wine with a couple girlfriends and you're trying to remember, why did I break up with John? Go get that letter and read it, and it will all come crashing back. Tip number 2 is don't be that girl. That girl that stalks her boyfriend, texts her boyfriend crazy amounts of times, that calls his friends, that drives by his place. Don't be that girl. You want to have some class here. And when you break up with someone, it's just like everything is heightened. Don't be that girl. My next tip is get back to nature. Literally or figuratively, but get out of the city, go for a hike, go somewhere where there's no internet whatsoever. And when you're there, actually appreciate being there. Don't be there to take photos of yourself to show him or her how much fun you're having to make them jealous. Be there for yourself. Take some time, think about the beautiful nature, think about the trees, think about what you want to do next weekend. Just have that serenity in the middle of the forest all to yourself without a concern of this person. The next couple are going to be more physical. Go to the gym. Go to the gym to work out your frustrations. Actually think about this person. Get angry. Get on that treadmill. Run as hard as you can. Cry after if you have to. It doesn't really matter. Just work it out in the gym. Paired with eating healthy, if you're not in control right now, let's say maybe he broke up with you, maybe you broke up with him, and you're feeling that you're not in control of anything. Everything's spiraling out of control. The one thing that you do have control over is your body, the shape of your body, the way you feel, what you put into your body. So you will have that feeling back of control in your life. So I think going to the gym, eating healthy is a great suggestion for getting over a breakup and moving on as fast as you can. Plus, you're gonna look pretty good. That's always a plus. One of the most important things to getting over a breakup is doing a little ex cleaning. You see those photos on your wall? Maybe there's a stuffed animal on your bed that he gave you. Maybe there's trinkets around your apartment. I'm not saying that you have to get rid of them, but just take the photos off the wall. You don't have to do it right away, but I mean, if it's been a month or longer, maybe you should start to take those photos down, take that teddy bear off your bed and put it in a box. You can label the box by his name, put it in the back of the closet. If you want, you can get rid of that stuff. I'm more cutthroat. I'm like, get this stuff out of my house. I don't really care anymore. But I have heard from my friends that they do like to keep trinkets and love notes and cards and everything from their ex. Nowadays, with social media, with Facebook, you're seeing your ex everywhere, whether you want to or not. He may be tagged in photos, he might be putting them up himself, you might be going to his Facebook every single day and he doesn't know it. What I would suggest is to unfollow your ex. If you don't want to, don't delete them. Maybe that's too drastic, maybe it's too much right now, you've agreed to be friends, whatever the case is, but I would unfollow them because that way their photos or when they're being tagged is not coming up in your immediate feed. In certain situations in the past, I've actually blocked the person, not for them looking at me, but actually me looking at them. So I wasn't able to look at every single thing that they're doing. I mean, you're gonna look at things like you see him in a photo with somebody else, some other girl, and you're gonna panic and get that feeling and be like, who the hell is this person? Sometimes we tend to overthink this and think that he's dating that person, and it actually hurts us even more when that person could be like his cousin or his sister's friend or someone that is completely insignificant that may make us think that they are actually something more significant than they are. Go out with the girls. The whole ritual of going out with your girlfriends is amazing. It's like you grab a glass of wine, you bring all of your stuff in like a massive duffel bag to your friend's house. You guys are getting ready together, getting your drink on, you're gossiping, you're having a good time, you're listening to music. It is the best. And then you go out. Try to connect with people there, whether it's for good conversation. It doesn't have to be anything further than that. If a guy comes and talks to you or you talk to a guy, just enjoy the moment. You don't have to think like, oh my God, this guy might be my next boyfriend and screw my ex. Just have a nice time, have good conversation, have great wine, enjoy dancing with your girlfriends, and just have a night of getting your mind off your ex. I think a big part of getting over someone is actually feeling your feelings. I know that during work, during the day, you can't think about it, but when you are alone, if you do feel like crying, I do encourage it because I think just getting those feelings out, understanding why you're feeling them, and don't bottle them in. Just get them out. Cry if you want to, scream, get those feelings out of your body, out of your head, and that way you can just move on so much quicker. The last tip I will tell you is stop telling the story. This is the story of how you broke up, how it happened, what happened. When you do break up, you do have that period of time where you tell people, you tell your close friends, you tell your parents. It's the worst time because people are asking why and they all want to know. Give yourself a month, 2 months to tell your story, and then that's it. But if you're telling strangers, it's not okay. If you're telling his friends, it's not okay. They're on his side. They're his friends. They're not going to take your side. I just encourage to keep it classy. I mean, you don't want him to spill your secrets. You don't want to spill his secrets. So if all of your friends can recite your story off by heart, you're telling it too much. If it's on your lips and you're speaking about the story of how you broke up, the problems that you had, you're not getting over it because it's still in your present and you're keeping it in your present. So once you are able to get those feelings out, get that story out, I would encourage you to start to move on after you feel like you've had enough time to express your feelings to your friends and family. Another tip is to give yourself a mini makeover. You might be feeling like invisible. You might not be feeling good about yourself. And I'd encourage you to just go out, maybe go to MAC, go to Sephora, get them to give you a consultation, give you a free makeover. Maybe buy that dress that you've always wanted that you never thought that you could wear. Just something to make yourself feel better and have a positive change on, let's say, your appearance, how you look, how you feel about yourself. If you want to get your hair dyed, I would encourage you to do anything that will make you feel better about yourself, internally or externally. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this is the most terrible time right now. It is a very, very hard thing to go through, and it's going to be a long journey, but you are strong and you are beautiful and you can do this. We are all in this together. If you have any tips for anyone else that's watching, please list them below. Things that have worked for you, maybe things that haven't worked for you. I'd love to hear them and I'd love for you to share them. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.